Hello, hello. I greet everyone. I greet you all. Good evening, my fellow beautiful community of the Billion Coin. My name is Emmanuel Mteniswa. Today is the 31st of January 2019. I'm so much excited to have an opportunity to come live on this broadcast today. Can I invite you once again to the admin blog, where I would love to share certain updates. Let us just have a look what is going on in the TPC admin blog. I want to start from the recent subject. Dante, now I want to do this now. The first article here says splendid review of recent blog post. If you can click here, splendid review of recent blog post. This is being reviewed in a video form. You can get to click and have more input or have more knowledge about this particular item in this video. The other one says the 3 phases of every successful movement are gather, organize, and mobilize. It's also a video. Comprehensive TPC training in English. It's a video. Red Lion Team TPC orientation, Ozamis City in Cebuano is a video. You can click it. You can click it and view. Get to see what is happening. We would love to have St. Pattern meetings in Cebuano. I don't know where Cebuano is. TPC is really growing these days in terms of St. Pattern meetings. St. Pattern meetings, they are a heartbeat of our community. It makes people to understand more about TPC. Let us wait until this is officially loaded in the St. Pattern meeting so we can as well attend. This one says 777 and TPC timing is everything. There are so many articles these days. How to earn 6 million cookies every week. How to earn 6 million cookies. Just imagine, every week. Mr. Stephen Kefi is here giving us more insight to how we can earn 6 million cookies every week. This one says, are you among the brainwashed masses under the control of the elite, or has TPC freed your mind? This is a very nice one. Are you amongst the brainwashed, or has TPC freed your mind? It's a video. Mr. Mbe, Derek, a nice contribution. I listened to it. I had time to listen to it. Please have time. Listen to Mr. Mbe. Mbe is a rock star these days. Profits are better than wages. These are wonderful updates for me and you as a TPCians. Profits are better than wages. This is Mr. Randy Wilson, the cash flow master. If you can click here, I just want to peruse these updates for you this evening. I'm trying to send a message that TPC. There you are, Mr. Randy. Thank you so much, sir. Then this one is about the 29th January 20 French Meitei Lol. It's a new Indian language send pattern meeting. Bengal, Cambodian, and Hindi send pattern meetings. They are always hosted on Tuesdays. Very much important for us to attend to these send pattern meetings. Since you know, Mr. Mbe Derek conducts the French. Mr. C.H. Pritam is on the Meitei version. And Mr. Mizanua Ranman is on the Bengal as always. Every Tuesday, Mr. Scott Thorne is on the Cambodian version. Then we have this beautiful young lady here. Her name is Tara Sharma. Tara Sharma is now doing the Hindi version. The Hindi version. The Hindi version. So they were dealing with these articles here, which you can see. It says, host, I would like to bring some clarity to why admin and the type of blockchain we use are unknown. Short answer is security is very expensive. TPC is rolling out and not fully developed at this time, yet is highly functional today. The admin fee is ridiculously low to keep the barrier to entry into the TPC community very low. We are on a mission to help the poor rise out of poverty. So we have kept the cost down as much as possible to run a sustainable operation. Remaining unknown reduces the chances of attacks so that we can continue to grow organically. As funds grow, so will our tech and admin structure. With enough funds, high levels of security can be put into place. We are self-funded operation on the 4 grains admin fee. We are debt-free and we are self-regulated. We are private. This article is one of the best articles I have ever seen. Marinated. It goes on to say, I didn't want to offend our vegan friends such as Bitcoin Randy with an image of meat. So instead, I found an image of vegetables being marinated instead. The idea of marinating is powerful. Recently, I watched an hour-long video rant of a creator of a third-party TPC program. Go on and on. Let me try and... Yeah, let me go back, unfortunately. Go on and on how the TPC admin should turn off all of the send patterns of the members that are not doing frequent transactions. Also said that it was useless to attend send pattern meetings to get more cookies if the member wasn't actively engaged in doing transactions on a regular basis. Even went as far as to say the TPC admin should just turn TPC over to him. Should I be offended as the TPC admin? TPC was not made for the greedy. TPC was not made for the greedy. Right. Now, there is this statement here. It says TPC is not a currency with a mission. It is a mission with a currency. TPC is not a currency with a mission. It is a mission with a currency. So it starts with what? With a mission. Then the mission carries the idea of a new currency. It never started as a currency. No, there is a mission. Remember the mission of the Billion Core. We must read this with understanding. All right, let's go on. The first sentence of the original mission statement, dated May 13th, 2016, reads, "Our mission is to serve one another with love and respect and use the billion coin to lift humanity out of hunger, poverty, and misery." Love and respect is what we are all about, not greed. Someday soon, I will release my official proclamation to the world. In it, it makes the point that there needs to be the separation of coin and state, much like some countries have a separation of church and state, and for many of the exact same reasons. This is the admin talking to us, dear friends out there. Remember this old article about the common sense. Let me read from here. Have you noticed the whole world is rethinking the nature of medium of exchange? What type of medium of exchange do you want? This is the time when we should wake up as members and try and partake in this positive influence of being able to differentiate between the current financial system and what we need to introduce as cryptocurrency. If you look at these two articles here, do you need the kind of medium of exchange which is a medium of exchange created by banks or controlled by governments? Or you need the one which is medium of exchange of the people managed by a trustworthy community of people? The one which is designed to enslave humanity? And this one, thousands of years of proof that corruption takes over its use, built on the principle of scarcity, lacks transparency, source of perpetual poverty of the masses, enables rule by force, very expensive, tendency towards slow-moving circulation, or with systems are too complicated for average people to understand. This one on my left, it relates to the current fiat monetary system. It has got all these disadvantages, all these points. And when we compare the fiat currency and the cryptocurrency, in this case, our TPC currency, because TPC is a current on its own, it's a medium of exchange. TPC is the kind of medium of exchange of the people and managed by a trustworthy community of people. It is designed to free humanity. It inhibits corruption. It is built on the principle of abundance. It is very expensive, very transparent, will end global poverty. It is not used as a form to rule the people. TPC is very economical. It promotes fast-moving circulation, and systems is so simple for average people to understand. So what I want us to do, we need to teach each other, our communities, about these two articles, these two comparisons. If we have enough knowledge about these two articles, this will help us to make people understand our language, to make people understand our honest protest, that we need to have our own medium of exchange, which is for the people and managed by a community of people. This is a these two articles are very much important these days, since we are in the distribution phase. For us to be able to do this business, let me just stop a little bit and appear. Let me not talk behind. Yeah, for us to be able to lead the masses, we need to educate the masses about these two articles entitled Common Sense. They need to understand the type of currency that TPC is, the advantages of adopting it, because TPC is a medium which belongs to the community for the people. And they need to understand the current financial medium of exchange, which is called the fiat. So that is why I always say TPC has got its own kind of information, and it is very much relevant, very much important for us to dwell on this article. We can do it repeatedly until the people understand our mission, our motive, and our objective. Right? This is a very, very important article. Let us get used to read it and discuss this article with our fellow Tibetians. Let me just go back to this article. Here it is. This is very much important. Very much important for us as masses of the globe to understand the difference and the advantages of adopting cryptocurrency in general. Remember the scarcity video? This is a wonderful video as well. If you have your time, please listen to this. It's going to empower you. Scarcity is artificial. Come live, come live a life of abundance. It's a video article. Now, the real message of TPC doesn't always make it through the thick brainwashing most people in the world are under today. Almost everyone in the world is brainwashed to believe a certain way due to the propaganda of the ruling elite. They love it when the masses are filled with greed and fear. I have always said TPC is activism, a special protest to change the world for the betterment of humanity. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. To embrace the truth about the abundance of earth and that humanity can overcome poverty. TPC is not just an idea of how to end poverty. It is the means to end poverty globally. TPC is a self-funded movement. There are 3 phases to every successful movement. I, too, like Martin Luther King Jr., have started the works of Mahatma Gandhi concerning the development of a successful movement. The 3 phases to every successful movement are: 1, gather; 2, organize; 3, mobilize. These phases overlap each other in the process of building a movement. We have made gathering extremely easy by offering a valuable gift valued at 1 ounce of gold. We encourage self-appointed leadership to emerge from those that gather, and through our education and public notices, we show these leaders how to organize teams of members. Cookie Rewards drives the desired actions we want the whole TPC community to mobilize around, right? Doing transactions is only one of the things we want our members to do. It is very short-sighted to say that we are only about the transaction. We are so much more than that, right? But here is the thing we have to deal with when it comes to people, especially poor people. Most people lack self-confidence. The elite would not have been this successful in beating down the masses to where they are today if they didn't strip most of the self-confidence out of humanity at large. The world is full of pretenders that want you to believe that they do have self-confidence, but it is just a mask for this. There is a self-confidence crisis in the world today. Now, how do I know that? I know because I have been there. There is a spectrum of rainbow of colors showing the degrees of self-confidence. I can easily recognize in others what I once found within myself. I started at the very bottom, way below average, as a child. I wonder if my father was disgusted with me. He would constantly ask me if I wanted him to throw me a pity party. He would say, "Do you want a pity party?" That question didn't exactly help me to gain more self-confidence. I just thought my dad was mean. Within my elementary education, we learned about self-worth and about self-image. That's when I discovered my great weakness. It held me back in so many ways, and I just felt foolish most of the time. But I did come to the realization that I possessed the power to overcome this weakness, that I could turn this weakness into my strength once I overcame it. It took decades to arrive at a healthy state of self-confidence. Overcompensation into arrogance was part of the cycle I had to go through to see that only through genuine humility can one arrive at a true healthy self-confidence. So I will dedicate many 2019 articles to the subject of self-confidence to pass along the treasures of knowledge I have learned on this subject. I have been through it all, having started at the very bottom, way below average. To be an effective millionaire or billionaire, you will need to gain a healthy state of self-confidence. You will have to deal with your inner truths. Masks will have to come off. Come out of your shelves. There's this old saying which says, "Come out of your shelves." Now, who has a better offer than TPC? Who has a better offer than TPC? We offer a gift to 1 billion people valued at over 1 ounce of gold. Who can match that or do better? To a person that has self-confidence, this gift is the easiest thing in the world to give away. But to a person lacking self-confidence, it seems so hard to give this gift because they are afraid. Afraid people think they are trying to scam them with this gift. How can a gift be a scam? But it is all about fear. We have scripted out every word on how to give this gift away. But even still, those that lack self-confidence are afraid that they won't know what to say when a prospect asks a question. They overthink everything and end up in the state of paralysis of analysis. This is very important. They overthink everything and end up in the state of paralysis of analysis. People are paralyzed analytical. Their analyzing ability is paralyzed. You can't make these people do anything. Turning off their send buttons would just make it worse. We don't want to limit the people we gather to either do transactions or get out. We want to provide a warm and a nurturing environment that builds up the needed confidence to succeed at doing transactions. We are here to help those that are willing to help themselves. We offer a path. We have guides to help you on this path. You are welcome to marinate within the TPC community as long as it takes to find enough self-confidence to move you forward. Don't marinate in the poison surrounding the TPC community. Stay away from the negativity and scams found on social media which pervert what TPC really is. Opinions are common, but most are not true. Instead, stick to the source, this blog, the official websites of TPC, and the send button meetings. Good. Connect with a good TPC leader that will understand your need to just marinate for a while until you are ready to start prospecting for TPC. Good. Very good. That's the truth. At the same time, don't pester this leader with endless questions. Don't pester. If you are not going to take action yet, marinate means to sit still and soak up all the juices you can from the source of TPC. At some point, you will feel a desire to make a change within yourself to further your personal situation within TPC. Don't beg. Nobody likes a beggar. We do provide you the tools and training on how to lift yourself up. Marinate in all the wonderful things found within the TPC community until you find the courage to try. You are in charge of your speed of growth, development, and success within TPC. Through mutual love and respect, we can work together to bring out the best in you. United we stand, divided we fall. When we come together, we speak one voice. On the same platform, we'll always win. It says here, all we have to do is stand up. There we are. We have to stand up, and their little game is over. Once we stand up together, then those who have got an agenda against us, they will never actually manage. See from this poster. This poster says it all. This poster says it all. Right, my fellow TPCians, time is jealousy. Time is against me. This is an article that needs me and you to revisit it time after time. This article is educative. This article is powerful. This article of marinating. You need to take time to learn things from people who are reliable, people who will help you understand TPC better. Let us associate ourselves with people who will help take us through, who will help us. And we need to take time to learn all as well. Let us have time to learn, soak up, relate, have relationship, surround yourself with people who are positive in the billion code. Let us try and be careful not to fall prey to sources of information outside the billion code. As long as we stick to the admin blog, reading, watching these videos, listening to our broadcasters, we are safeguarded. We shall never become a prey to these scammers. I wish all of you all the best, as today is the redemption date, the last day of January 31st. Those who are redeeming, please redeem your cookies, change your cookies or convert them into Kringlies so that you are having your own TPC 009 with your wallets. I'm looking forward to hear more testimonies, to see more testimonies from the admin blog. May God bless each one of you as you do your businesses on a daily basis. Till we meet again, this is Emmanuel. I salute you. Bye. Till we meet again. Thank you very much.